Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash at the garage, where badge hype gets tossed in the glove box, spec sheet worship gets left at the showroom door, and what we're left with is the kind of raw, real-world driving truth that only comes from time behind the wheel. If you're new here, buckle up, as this is your go-to pit stop for no-nonsense car reviews that don't read like a brochure. Exterior. Today, we're digging into a nameplate that's made a thunderous return after over 2 decades in hibernation at the 2026 Honda Prelude. Yes, you heard that right, Honda just resurrected one of its most iconic coupes. And no, this isn't just some nostalgic badge slapped on a hybrid shell. The 2026 Prelude is lean, low, sharp, and loaded with modern tech and performance tweaks. So, does it live up to the name that helped define the golden era of Japanese sport coupes, or is it just a hollow echo of a legend? Let's find out. The moment you lay eyes on the new Prelude, it's clear Honda wanted to make a statement. The front fascia is unmistakably modern Honda, but with a more sculpted aggression. The LED headlights are ultra slim and mean, flanking a wide gloss black grille that dips slightly into a subtle V, nodding to classic performance design cues. Air intakes on either side aren't just cosmetic, they actually channel air efficiently through the front wheel wells to reduce drag and cool the brakes. Honda's done a brilliant job at giving it a futuristic look while still keeping the spirit of the Prelude intact. Move to the side, and the proportions are dead on coupe. The hood stretches out with a gentle slope, while the roofline arches gracefully toward the tail. It's a two-door, but it's not bulky or bloated. The lines are tight, purposeful. You'll notice flush door handles and a sharp character line that slices from the front fender through to the rear haunches. The wheels, they're either 18-inch standard or optional 19s on the sport trims, sitting flush inside squared-off arches. Ground clearance is low, but not impractically so. It's got just the right amount of road-hugging stance to make you want to take the long way home. At the back, things get even more interesting. The taillights stretch across the entire width in a single LED strip that lights up like a sci-fi movie when you unlock it. There's a subtle integrated lip spoiler built into the trunk lid, and below it, a cleanly styled bumper with a functional rear diffuser. Honda didn't go overboard with fake vents or massive exhausts. Everything here has a purpose, and it speaks volumes about the car's focus, form that follows function, but still looks drop-dead gorgeous. Interior. Slip inside, and it becomes clear this isn't just the Civic in a coupe's tuxedo. The interior is driver-centric, minimal, and tastefully sporty. You're greeted with a digital instrument cluster that's customizable but not gimmicky. It gives you all the information you need without overloading you with fluff. The center display is a 12.3-inch touchscreen with Honda's latest infotainment system, a slicker, faster, and thankfully still paired with physical knobs for climate and volume. The seats, sculpted, heavily bolstered, and surprisingly comfortable for long hauls. Depending on the trim, you're looking at either synthetic leather or genuine leather with suede inserts. The sport trim even comes with red contrast stitching and aluminum pedals. Rear seats are there, technically, but if you're over 5 feet tall, don't plan on spending much time back there. Cargo space is decent for a coupe, with a trunk that can handle a couple of travel bags or a week's worth of groceries. And yes, Honda did include a proper wireless charger, USB-C ports, and a banging 12-speaker Bose sound system on higher trims. But this is Car Flash, so let's talk about what matters: how it drives. Performance under the hood. The 2026 Prelude comes with a 2.0-liter hybrid powertrain, a mix of an inline-4 petrol engine paired with Honda's dual-motor EHEV system. Together, they churn out around 240 horsepower and 270 pounds-feet of torque. That may not scream muscle car numbers, but here's the catch: the power delivery is instantaneous. Thanks to the electric motor to work and razor-sharp throttle tuning, it feels faster than the numbers suggest. 0 to 60 happens in about 5.9 seconds, but it's the way it gets there: smooth, quiet, almost effortless, that makes it so addictive. The steering is tight, responsive, and with just the right amount of feedback. Honda's engineers clearly spent time dialing in the suspension. The new Prelude rides on a revised independent setup with adaptive dampers on the top trims, and it balances sport and comfort better than almost any front-wheel drive coupe out there. Around corners, the car stays flat and confident. Grip is solid, body roll is minimal, and you never feel like you're fighting against its front-wheel drive layout. Even on rough city roads, it doesn't punish you as the ride is firm. Sure, but never harsh. Braking performance is also impressive. You get ventilated discs all around with regenerative braking that doesn't feel grabby or fake. In fact, it's one of the most natural-feeling reg-and setups we've tested in any hybrid. Paddle shifters let you modulate reg and braking levels, and in sport mode, the Prelude holds on to revs and even pipes in a bit of synthetic engine note to amplify the drama. Is it real number? Does it work? Absolutely. In terms of fuel economy, Honda claims around 45 mpg combined, which is staggering considering the level of performance. This isn't a car you'll need to baby just to avoid frequent fill-ups. It's a proper daily driver with weekend personality, and that's a rare balance to strike. Pricing for the 2026 Honda Prelude starts at around $33,000, which undercuts most of its performance-minded competition. Step up to the sportier touring trim with all the bells and whistles, and you're still under $40,000. And when you factor in the fuel savings, the standard safety tech like Honda sensing with adaptive cruise, lane keep assist, and blind spot monitoring and the rock-solid build quality, this thing starts looking like a bargain. Honda didn't just bring the Prelude back for nostalgia. They brought it back to shake up the segment. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Honda Prelude isn't trying to be a fire-breathing track monster. It's not chasing lap times or na 1/4 turboing lap records. It's chasing balance at the sweet spot between daily usability, engaging driving dynamics, modern efficiency, and timeless coupe design. And you know what? It nails it. If you've ever owned a Prelude or even just admired one, this new model delivers that same spirit with a modern twist. In a world obsessed with SUVs, the return of the Prelude feels like a love letter to people who actually like to drive. It's not just a car, it's a vibe. Sleek, smart, fun. And isn't that what made the original Prelude so beloved? That's all for today's ride on Car Flash, where the only thing louder than the engines are the opinions. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. We've got more first looks, test drives, and brutally honest takes coming your way. Until next time, keep your revs high and your expectations higher. See you in the next one.